Hey RWBY fans, it is I, the narrator, joined by the editor here.
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, thank you for signing off. Sorry guys, we had to make a quick apology. We had done a reaction to Chapter 6, The Tipping Point, but series of issues happened. Editor, do you want to make a quick explanation?
Like multiple crashes, like blue screen crashes.
Yeah.
Skype crashed like 3 times, and then the audio of my recording was corrupted anyway, so not good. But I think we figured it all out. But we believe in reactional integrity, or at least like not lying to our audience. So we're not going to put out a reaction today because we've already seen it twice already.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in seeing us react to it for the 3rd time, where it's mostly just us sitting here going, yeah. Or even worse, fake the acting reaction. So we're just going to bring you a review today of what happened in this episode, which ironically comes as a lot of things happen. Now, even some of our viewers who are probably watching us now aptly thought that we would get a lot out of this episode, and we did. Especially something that I didn't even realize was said at first, and I think we might as well just jump to this point. Tyrion referred to Salem as a goddess.
Yep. Divinity confirmed! Divinity confirmed! That was not planned.
No. But it's a little proud moment. But a part of me is still skeptical, going, like, as someone will inevitably point out, Tyrion could have just been over dramatic, as he seems to have this dramatic flair about him. Him calling her a goddess could just be, you know, him fluffing her up or whatever.
Okay. I want to get like slightly offset. Ruby says Cinder, of course.
Yeah.
He says in her dreams. Obviously, that's now if Team Ruby does survive this encounter, which I'm kind of say is likely, considering how we are in the story right now. You know, like, we're not going off the actual cast. You know, just the side cast.
Was there a possibility that Team Ranger could have been wiped out?
No. God, no. That would be like the ultimate troll. That's like a April Fool's joke.
But it would have been so unexpected.
And then it's just Ozpin taking up the slack, like, I had to fight for this.
Yeah, he was the secret protagonist all along. But it would have been a serious troll, given that this episode also has begun hinting at Lai Ren's background. And I suppose there's a lot of Rensexuals out there who are beginning to get very eager for some of his background and backstory and how he connects in with Nora somewhere.
What did you just call them before?
Rensexuals. That's apparently a thing now. It's a thing now, because apparently the fan base surrounding Ren is called Rensexuals. So, yeah.
I can dig
it. But yeah, that's like a term now. So it just exists across the board. But apparently Lai Ren's background is that his parents were rich, as far as I gleaned from that episode. He said that people who built on Yuri and all that were mostly rich people from
technically, he could be like the son of a laborer or something less like intense.
Yeah, maybe he was the child of like a construction worker who happened to be building for the rich. I don't know, but who's to say that Lai Ren doesn't come from wealthy background? Like, there's not. Well, actually, that's not true. Now we're finding out more and more characters come from a rich background, including Blake. Now, as it turns out, comes from high stock.
Blake's reveal rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why some Blake? Why?
Yeah. And I suppose we can go on to Weiss this episode.
Yeah.
It was an original reaction, but I thought Weiss's singing was a lot better this episode. Not to say it was bad before, but I thought it was a lot better this episode. And yeah, the writers.
The animation, it burns in my space. The animation doesn't. It's just, I don't believe she's singing. It just doesn't look like she's singing to me. I'm sorry.
Oh well, we're gonna have to put a dampener on our high spirits anyway.
Yeah.
And the writers are definitely trying to make us hate Jacques Schnee a lot more, which is good.
Considering he is, turned to the dark side, which is imminent.
Yeah, it's probably imminent. Because I originally thought it was going to be Ironwood who's going to become this evil leader of Atlas. But it seems to me like, given that Ironwood stood up for Weiss and has made the statement, like, it seems like she's the only one who's actually saying anything that makes sense at the moment, which sort of makes it feel like Ironwood is at odds with most people in Atlas, or at least most power people in Atlas.
Yeah.
Which, if Jacques Schnee is in the pockets of the rich people, he might end up becoming this guy who takes over Atlas. And as we have seen, Cinder's proven that taking over or reprogramming the robot army is actually very possible.
Yeah.
So Jacques could do the same.
They are his robots.
Well, did he build them? Or I suppose the Schnee Dust Company did build them.
In partnership with the Schnee Dust Company. Volume 2. So the Paladin is made in cooperation with the Schnee Dust Company. So.
Yeah. And we do know the Schnee Dust Company does have scientists who experiment in a lot of different things.
Yeah, like especially if you, no spoilers, read the manga.
Yeah.
There's some revelations.
Some more stuff there. But, like, is it possible that Jacques has actually built in a failsafe if he ever needed to regain control?
Wouldn't surprise me, like...
Well, he's,
it just seems like, it sort of reminds me, she reminds me of the mother out of Kill la Kill.
Oh, I never watched it.
Oh, you never watched it? You should. Oh, no. Maybe not for you. But no, it does remind me, like, she had a very small little helper who turns out to be, like, the biggest bad guy other than her, of course. But, like, that's what I'm thinking about the Schnee family. It's like, big bad daddy and then little helper, e.g. the son.
Yeah, Whitley. Yeah, he's daddy's boy, he was...
Daddy's boy.
I love the fact that he was standing next to his father, not sitting down next to him, which means that it's not that doting relationship, but it's like that servant relationship and that sort of master-apprentice almost feel to it.
Yeah,
so I'm quite certain that Whitley is going to follow in Daddy's footsteps. And the fact that he's kind of creepy doesn't help that image.
No.
And
where's Winter? What I want to know. Where's Winter?
Well, Mama Schnee wasn't there either.
Yeah, she dead. She's secretly dead.
Yeah. And one other thing that we can point out, because we have seen the last World of Remnant that came out after the last episode.
I'm so sorry. I'm so strapped for time. I haven't done anything yet. Continue.
Yeah. But it was revealed that Jacques Schnee was not even a Schnee by birth. He just married into the family. So Mama Schnee's the actual Schnee.
So what you're saying, he's a Seto Kaiba?
Yeah, he's like Seto Kaiba. So he's just kind of he's a lot like a male gold digger. He married into wealth and into power and has essentially stolen all that wealth and power from his wife, which is probably why she drinks a lot now, because he's kind of come in and ruined her father's legacy. Who, ironically, her father's name was Nicholas Schnee, and a lot of people have been making Saint Nick references, because a good guy, Nicholas Schnee sort of thing. But yeah. Oh, and I felt really bad when that Marigold guy was trying to crack onto Weiss.
Oh, God, the bad flirting was bad. Oh, he cannot take up some social...
Oh, he just couldn't take a hint. He couldn't take a hint.
No.
Not even when he obviously offended her by not knowing what the charity event was for. He didn't back down.
Yeah, he just continued. Just going straight for it.
Also, I have to say this, like, ages ago I became a fan of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and 2 of their voice actors were in that episode. Just as extras, but, it's still... I like to listen out for voice actors that I know.
Part 1 of the master plan.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's cool, like, if they bring in more, like, people, like, just random voice actors, good voice actors from the internet. That would be awesome.
Well, there's a lot of talent out there, and I think the RWBY community is full of a lot of talented people, and Rooster Teeth is a company that likes to engage with that talent.
Yeah.
So they don't usually stay within the establishment sort of way of doing things. But yeah. So things are happening at Atlas.
Can I just bring up, like, so it was in the reaction, but, like, can I tell you how annoyed I am at those gigantic archways? Like, I point them out every time. The gigantic archways were so undefensible. It was stupid. No wonder they were wiped out by the Grim.
In Onigiri. In Onigiri, yeah.
Yeah, Onigiri, the Grim, or... I'm pointing to you. You, take over.
Oh, what do you mean?
They were either attacked by the Grim or...
Oh, yeah. Because when Ren said by, what was it, anyone, was it someone? He said someone or something.
Yeah.
As soon as he said that, a crowd of crows or ravens flew over the woods, and I thought, maybe that's a symbolic answer to the hint.
Yeah.
And it did make me question whether Raven's tribe, Raven and Crow's tribe, are actually all shapeshifters. So it's not just a family semblance.
Yeah, it's not just genetic.
Which makes them a lot more dangerous, but it also makes them somewhat not human, but also not faunus. So they're like an in-between. Or like the werewolf clan or something like that.
The werewolf, the lichens.
I'm changing. But it's either that or those crows sort of flying in the air at that time is actually what signals the fact that Tyrion was already on their trail.
Oh, that comes to the next point. RWBY sends Tyrion
coming, yeah.
Way before he was in range of anyone else's senses. Even
Ren. Like, Ren sensed him when he got close.
Yeah. But, and then everyone else was like, what is it? Like, I don't feel it. And then Ren's like, oh, I feel it. But
RWBY already sensed it. Yeah.
But it wasn't more like, I know that something's there. It's like, I feel that something's coming.
But,
like, it's like prediction. It's like, I feel like bad omens approach us.
Yeah.
Nothing concrete.
I do want to point this out, though. It's sort of like with the whole Pyrrha dream thing. Like, it's hard to know whether that was her communing with Pyrrha or whether it was just her listening to the recording of Pyrrha. And I sort of think it's the same with this Tyrion reveal. What if it was not Tyrion that she was sensing? It just so happened that he was on their trail and there was something else going on there. Like, what I think the writers are doing right here is they want to make it plausible either way. So you look at RWBY and go, something supernatural's going, and then Tyrion shows up and go, oh no, it was just that. I think they're trying to disguise the hints they're already placing.
Just saying. Disguise. Gotta make it harder.
Yeah.
Gotta make them double.
Can't make it easy. And of course, then the Tyrion fight, which was pretty good. Except Tyrion's flat out crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. He's a crazy fighter. But again, I brought this up in the reaction and the review that also got...
Yeah.
we've all talked about this before. That's why it's hard for us to talk about it, because we've already talked about it.
Yeah, so we're just rehashing.
Rehashing, basically. So, the... One must not forget that Team Juniper were huntsmen in training. They were apprentices. Maybe only completed 1 year at most of actual huntsman training.
Yeah.
Against an experienced huntsman like Tyrion or Crow or Winter, something of that like.
Yeah.
They can smash a team of apprentices.
Yeah.
That are Team Juniper.
As Tyrion said when he saw Crow appear, he said finally a true huntsman to fight or something like that. He pretty much pointed out that he was the real deal.
Yeah. But also forget, they are children.
Yeah.
They are children.
But Tyrion wasn't messing around. He went for the kill on Jon.
Even though that comes to the next point.
Yeah.
Interest in Jon. Not the interest in RWBY.
There's something about Jon.
No. The interest in RWBY, all explained in Lord Grimm.
Yeah, obviously.
There we are. Ta-da.
Not to mention that Tyrion was sent out for RWBY in the first place.
True.
Yeah.
But that's the interest. But no, it's the Jon I'm interested in. Jon is the interesting one.
Yeah.
Why did he have an interest in Jean? While not Pyrrha, rest in peace. I almost said Penny, I'm blanking. Nora and Ren, no interest because they're just general.
What was it? He said to Nora, like, it's none of your business, it's none of your business to Ren, and then all of a sudden he sort of looks at Jean and goes, you I'm interested in.
Yeah.
It's just like something stands out. Is it because Tyrion's just, I don't know, is he just attracted to Jean, or is there something else that he just senses about him?
I never considered that.
Well, you know, it's not out of the concept of possibility that there is a gay evil guy.
Why does it have to be evil? Why can't he be the good guy?
Look, as we all know.
And that's when you step on the mine. You step into the minefield, then step back out.
Well, I was going to say, like, I don't know, a gay villain is more interesting. I don't know, but whenever they've made the decision with him, whatever.
Fabulous.
What I'm disappointed in is Neo hasn't shown up yet, but that's apart from the point.
Neither has our grimified dear friend Roman Torchwick.
True.
May he grim in peace.
There's still lots of theories that he's alive.
Yep, he's a grim.
Well, he may not necessarily be a grim, but anyway.
Well, he's an undead. He's dead. Okay, he's dead.
No. Some theories establish that he might have survived. Anyway.
Is it is it like one of those ones where like the airship crashed before he could be digested or something like that?
Well, according to some people, the Grimm that ate him was killed shortly after, and as we know, when Grimm are killed, they disappear.
Yeah,
so Roman's body would have been left behind.
They will land, it will die, then it will disintegrate, leaving him like a cocoon.
Yeah.
A safety cocoon.
Yeah, and Neo might have found him, and she's been nursing him back to health, and we'll get some interesting
that would be
backstory.
So cute.
I know. Well, it'll only further the fan theories that Roman and Neo are an item.
Those are no theories. Those are ships, and we ship ships at the ships.
Well, it's one I'm willing to subscribe to, but
Canon.
Yeah.
Finite canon. Bam. We support that shit.
Hey, if we're right about Lord Grimm, we're pretty much right about everything.
Don't set up. That's just setting us up for the fall.
Look, we had a good ride.
Right.
But yeah, Tyrion's a Faunus too. Yeah. Tyrion's a Scorpion Faunus.
Oh yeah, I was surprised too. I thought he blocked it with his aura because I thought he was like uber overpowered, but no, he just blocked it.
No. Well,
but still, technically that's a part of his body, so technically he would have blocked it with his aura, but he just used his scorpion tail rather than his arm. Or
the answer is both.
The answer is both.
Yeah.
Like Lord Grimm, the answer is both.
And someone also I hadn't noticed in the episode, but at one point Tyrion's eyes actually turned purple. Ooh. And they theorized that was because he was actually using poison through his tail and was about to go for a kill shot. But that's another thing, though, because, again, we run into another character whose eyes change. And when their eyes change, that establishes either a shift of personality or a shift in use of power. So everything has to do with eyes. It's like the Sharingan. It's just, everything's eyes.
The eyes.
The eyes have it.
To the brain.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not a coincidence. Just saying, it's all part of the web we weave.
Means of coincidence. It's just happenstance.
And of course, Crow showed at the end of the episode just before the good stuff happened.
I know, right? It's like they want to put us on a cliffhanger.
And then, of course, World of Remnant came out after that. So
don't get me started. For our viewers, I will tell you that the next episode of RWBY comes out on the 25th. It comes out on Christmas. So, no reactions that day.
Just saying. Just to clarify, that's our 25th? It's your 24th, I think.
Yeah, it's their 24th, but we get it time.
It's our Christmas Day, meaning neither one of us will probably even get to watch
don't
it.
spoil it. You get ahead of time. Don't spoil it for us. Like,
Yeah.
Time travel.
Oh, absolutely. And I know that some of you love to keep us aware and like to sound us out on a couple things. Please don't. It's hard enough that I look at RWBY memes and some of those give away details.
No. Like, there was that one guy last episode. Now we're going tangents now. There was one guy last episode who was like, you guys will find this episode interesting. I'm like, stop! You said nothing, but all you're doing is making me think.
Yeah.
I can't not think.
It also builds up our expectations. And I think the very thing that you were trying to sound us out on was probably that goddess line, and we missed it. We literally missed it. All we got was the fact that he referred to Salem.
I'm also saying that I did hear it the first time. I just didn't really, put it together. That was a big thing.
Yeah, from when we forgot Lord Grim was a thing.
Before, that's nothing new.
But legitimately, the fact that the word goddess was used was such a feather in our cap.
You have the most dainty of sir.
All we need now is for someone to refer to the existence of another god, and we're gold.
Ozpin. I'm just gonna say it because.
Dude.
What?
Lord Grim Part 2's not out yet.
I know. I don't know. It's like, I think there might be movement next episode, and I might not get it out in time. So I'm like, I don't know whether to.
We are close. It's almost done. Look, I think it's going to be good. And I will sound out, those of you who will watch it, I didn't like how I recorded it. I like the first one, but here's the thing, and I'll like to hear your feedback on this. The first time was described as being a bit preachy, and I think it was the same style I had done the original one in. And this time I tried to do it a bit more relaxed, a little more off the cuff.
But you went a little bit too crazy with it.
Crazy at times, and I think sometimes I didn't deliver the bombastic delivery it deserved at times. But anyway, just keep that in mind. Give me your thoughts.
It's not about how it's said; it's what it's said.
And that's right. And as long as we gather the cult of Grim here. I like to think that all of us who subscribe to the Lord Grim theory are cultists of Grim.
I want to be a cultist so freaking bad.
Oh, what would I love to do is to get OC fan art done of the editor and I as cultists of Grim.
Yeah, I know just the artist.
Yes, we actually do have a friend artist who could probably do that. So.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything else before we go?
I don't know. It's been I just want to talk about generally since we're at the halfway point of this season.
Yeah, things are going to get real.
It's been a great time, even though there's a limited amount on RWBY. More friends, just generally more friends of ours and the narrator have been getting into RWBY. And so, we got more people to talk to about it, just personally.
Yeah.
Not just actual, other theorists.
And we've been converting them to our theories as well.
Yes, absolutely. Conversions are high. If the RWBY conversions are here, the Lord Grim conversions are here. They're off the charts.
Join the cult of Grim. Subscribe to join the cult.
Subscribe to join the cult. That's the tagline. Subscribe to join the cult. I wonder if we could put that under the thing, the tag. Subscribe to join.
In future, we might actually do videos in robes and hoods. Welcome to the meeting of the cult of Grim. Oh, hail, Lady Salem.
Yes. I still get to keep my hat there. Put a hat on. I don't have my hat today, guys. I left it at home. I don't have my hat. It's so sad.
We were even thinking of doing pins for our hats. For Finite Unlimited.
Finite pins. That's awesome.
Anyway, I think that's enough for today.
You want to talk about your life? It's almost Christmas. So, how's it going? My friend.
Dude, I'm almost tempted to say, dude, this isn't the Grimcast. Also, if you want to hear about our friends on the Grimcast, go do subscribe to them.
No plugging. No plugging.
Too late.
Actually, I'm just gonna say, just in case they're listening right now, I do actually want to go on there again. Like,
yeah, we will.
hit up.
Hey, Jasari, if you're watching,
Hit us up.
just a friendly nudge. Why not?
I think we've had enough. I think we're all too tired.
Yeah.
It's very late in the night.
No. Look, I don't want to talk about Christmas. Like, Christmas is a fun time, but I'm not interested in talking about my personal life too much on YouTube. So.
It was just a joke. It wasn't so serious.
Well, I never can tell with you. So.
I'm just as crazy as Darian.
Oh, come on, you wish. But now he's going to take that as a challenge. Anyway, I think that's it for us. Yeah, I heard you. Let's finish. We're done. We've rambled on too long.
What's going to happen next season of Game of Thrones? So, like, Daenerys is going to go crazy. She's going to get stabbed in the back by Khal Drogo's reanimated corpse.
Good night, editor.
Good night, the narrator.
And good night,
Unlimited.
RWBY viewers.
Over the narrator's end part. Good night.
Farewell. Have Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and all. And to all a good night.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been battle good. So be good, for goodness sake. Oh, you better not shout. You better not cry. No. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
To Remnant. Sorry, Mishkol.
Alright, signing off now. Stop recording.